Hi, everybody. Welcome to the STX Stay Busy and Get Creative webinar. I am very excited to host this for you all today. So thank you for joining. I really appreciate your time today. So we'll go ahead and promptly get started here. Okay, so welcome. Our goal today for our Stay Busy and Get Creative webinar is to inspire businesses to, just keep busy and get creative during this unusual time. The webinar will be sharing ideas gathered from salons and spas all over. As an employee of STX, I do follow a lot of our businesses that use STX, and I follow a lot of stylists as a former stylist myself. So I've really seen some really cool stuff throughout the world on what people are doing during this time. So we're hoping that you can get inspired by what we're going to share today from what we've gathered and put your own twist on our suggestions. So some of you may do hair, some of you may do color, some of you may do nails or extensions or estheticians or all sorts of stuff. So just depending on what you do, you kind of have to put your own spin on it. So first things first, the majority of you are STX users, which is awesome. But we did send this out to, we did make it a public webinar for all to participate. So no matter which software system you have, we did invite people outside of the STX community because we think this is really valuable information. So STX started as a company. We were the first salon and spa management software company. If you're not familiar with STX, we do appointments and online booking, point of sales, reminders, email marketing, reporting, payroll, goal setting, inventory and purchase orders. We do gift certificates and cards and so much more. For more information, if you want more information on STX, visit stxsoftware.com. And there's some more information there. Okay, so one of the things that I notice when I attend webinars is I like a little introduction, a little background on who's giving the presentation and kind of where their angles are coming from and what their background is. So about me, I'm your host. My name is Shannon. I'm currently the Senior Product Manager of our STX Cloud software here at STX. I've been in this industry since 1998. So 22 years. STX, I've been with STX since 2012. My salon and spa background, I've worked at front desk. I've been a salon manager. I attended the Aveda Institute. I have cosmetology and specialty spa graduate training from Aveda. In 2010, I was a NAHA Beacon winner. I've done salon email marketing and social media for actual salons. I've designed websites for product companies. I've been an assistant, a stylist. I've written blogs. So I've kind of dipped my toe in a lot of different areas of this industry. And like I said, I'm currently our senior product manager of our cloud platform here. And I've taught classes at our trade shows, or not our trade shows, but trade shows in general. Probably since 2013, a year after I started. So I teach like a social media class called Get More Likes. I teach a front desk goldmine class on how to increase your sales at the front desk. How to use technology for your business. It's a Power On for Success class, an event planning class, and then also, of course, catching your email marketing windfall. So using email marketing to your advantage. So that's just a little bit about me and where I come from and some of my background. So here's what we're going to go over today, just so you have an idea of what to expect in this webinar. So we already did the About Us, and this is the webinar overview, which is great. The basics, just some basic things you'll want to adhere to, as far as social media and email marketing. Then we'll go over some social media posts, some creative ideas for your color clients, product sales, gift sales, thinking outside the box, and then last but not least, what it comes down to when reopening your business. Many of you are shut down for the time being, and so definitely looking to have a reopening plan. Okay, So let's start off with the basics. So the basics are create the content on social media, but make sure you're emailing out newsletters, encapsulating everything posted to social media over the last couple days. And what is the latest information? Like maybe you announce something in an email that you later on post. So kind of intertwining those two worlds where you're creating the content on social media, maybe on your blog, on your website, and then speaking to it in your emails. So the first thing is safety is priority number one. So making sure your businesses and employees and clients are safe. And priority number two is communicating your plans for sanitation, your plans for offerings while you're closed, and your plans to reopen. Making sure you're communicating that not only with your clients, but your staff. When I used to be a stylist, I always thought it was funny that the stylist knew the last. The clients would ask them, and then they'd come and to management and say, hey, what's going on with this? So just making sure your staff is filled in even more so than your clients on what the happenings are. Make sure you're posting to social media often. This is a great time to connect with your clients over social media, become their trusted advisor. They're at home, they are bored, they're trying out new makeup looks, new skincare, new hairstyles. If there was ever a time to try out a curl or a braid that no one will ever see, it's right now. So using, social media to connect with them, to, fill up their spare time. People are thirsty for, just new information. And, if you can be that crutch for them or be that person to guide them along the way, that's great. So we'll be going over some ideas for all the ideas after the basics. You'll be wanting to post those on social media, and then you'll also want to be emailing out about them and just keeping in contact, keeping an open line of communication. That's huge. And then making sure you're emailing, I would say 1 to 3 days. Everybody's going to be different with what they're comfortable with, but definitely making sure this is a part of your process. Like I've said a few times, mention your social media posts and make sure you're getting that out there. And then also too, what we notice is a lot of people have more email addresses than they do have followers on social media. So using your email marketing to inform them about what's accessible on your social media pages is really important. If you are curious about the STX marketing, if you have our STX desktop software, there is a webinar just like this, but it goes over how to send an email and what to include in it. That's at 1:30 Eastern for our desktop users. And for any of our cloud users, that webinar is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be hosting those, and they will be unique to each product. So you just have to have either of those products in order to attend. Okay. So here's some social media ideas, like some of the content you can create. The best advice I can give you, I mean, even me as a seasoned professional that's done social media marketing for salons and spas and companies of all kinds, if you're not sure how to do something, Google it. And there's a lot of times it evolves so fast that I may know how to do something, but I know how to do it because I did it 4 years ago somewhere. They're always updating how to upload the photos, the videos, what you can use, what you can add. So just Google it for the latest. There's a lot of really good information out there. So using social media to stay connected with your clients and being there for them in any way possible. So first things first, this is Melanie. She was one of my teachers at Aveda. She was to try to attend today. So if you're here, hey Mel. But she now works for L'Oreal Pros, and what she's been doing is just posting about different products and why she loves those products and what benefits they have. You could definitely be doing this for your guests. You can take, different products and share why you love them. You've got an audience. You have people at home who are thirsty for this information. If you want to make a quick video, or if you're not comfortable being on video, it doesn't have to be a video. It can just be a picture of the product and the benefits of it. Use this to advertise those type of things like, hey, like if this is the look you're going for, this is how you create it with these products. So definitely showcasing your products and what they're capable of. I think that's a great idea and use of your time, not only for stylists, but businesses alike. The other thing is how to do different curls, waves, braids, kids' hair. Like I've seen some posts where people are doing like daddy-daughter hair. Like if you're having to do your daughter's hair for the first time, like here's some tips on how to do that or how to like make it easy. Another one is braids. Like a lot of people are learning different braids right now, curls, lived-in hair, whatever it might be. So this is Kelsey. Kelsey does my hair. She's awesome. But she has been posting these videos and they're so brilliant. And she just, she shows like, this is what I do with the curling iron, and I leave the ends out and I angle it towards, the cheekbone, and it's a whole process that she does, but she really outlines it for a guest and does it herself so they can see like, this is how I can recreate this look at home. A lot of times we're just, we're client after client after client. We don't have that audience to really teach people how to recreate things at home. And I know that we all want to, but this is a great time to be able to do that. And again, just being there for your guests and being there to show them those type of things. So like this is a video she posted. You could also go live. There's all sorts of different tools. Okay. So another thing you may want to consider, whether you're a nail salon or you just think this would be good information for your guests, or whether or not you even do extensions, a lot of times just being the person providing help is huge. So for me personally, I had a set of gels on going into this. My appointment was supposed to be the day after our state shut down, and I couldn't go get new gels. And I'm a trained cosmetologist. I know how to use acetone and all this, and I've seen them take them off, but I was kind of clueless and didn't know how that works. So I Googled how to remove it. So maybe being that resource, again, even if you don't provide these services and you think it would be something beneficial, you can do, share these type of things. The other thing is you don't have to recreate the wheel. So, for instance, if you did want to post something about how to remove your gel nails, you could find a video and on YouTube, let's say, and just share that and make sure you're giving credit where credit's due. So gel nails, acrylics, eyelash extensions, hair extensions. A lot of times people are worried like they're not going to get it to go in for those eyelash touch-ups. Or acrylics, and there's a safe way to take them off. And if you can't be that resource, that's the next best thing, is them hearing from you. And then also going live. So a lot of people are uncomfortable with going live, but if you are comfortable with that, or you have a staff member who is, you could go live and share beauty questions, or you could say, hey, we're going to go live and we're going to do lived-in beach waves at 1:00 today. Or we're going to show you how to remove your acrylics at 1:00 today. Or we're going to show you how to like clean up the edges of, a man's haircut, to get by in this scenario. So going live is a good one. Facebook, you can go live. On Instagram, you can go live. And then I saw Salon Today did this the other day. It was kind of ironic because I drew this up and then they did something like kind of a spin on this. But they shared somebody's Get Zoom Ready. So a lot of your clients are being asked to join these web camera videos that they've never joined before. And right now, I think a lot of us are living in PJs and we're not doing as much of the hair and makeup that we normally do. So recommending people, what's a way that you can get ready in 3 minutes? If you made just like a quick tutorial, like here in 3 minutes, watch me go from like PJs and ponytail and ick to, polished and ready businesswoman. So just, throw on a blazer, a red power lip, add glasses or mascara, maybe do like a side part low ponytail, and voila, you're polished, you're ready for your webcam meeting. So yeah, that would be a great thing, like a great resource for you to share with your clients and, just, thinking outside the box. Okay. So hair color solutions. So there's a meme. I absolutely love it. It says, and just like that, no one ever said you just do hair ever again. The original meme, I had to recreate it. But anyways, it's awesome. I'm not quite sure where it came from, but I love it. And it's true. Like a lot of people are, I don't know if maybe it's just because I'm in the industry, but it seems like there is an overwhelming response to how impactful, this is. Like people are going to have roots, people are going to have overgrown hair, and it's going to be messy. And, we've got to thrive and embrace it and figure out, what's a good plan, a course of action, and an in-between solution. And this here is my friend Jessica. She does hair, and one of the things she posted were like a variety of ways to cover up your roots. So she added a hat, she added a scarf, she got playful with it, and she just made like this quick little video and then shared screenshots of it. And those were ways that you could cover up your roots. Another one I saw was bringing back like this 1998 zigzag part. I love it. I think that's hilarious. And well, not hilarious. It was a fun look. I remember doing it, but bringing that back, and that really kind of masked the roots a little bit. And the other one is there's a hashtag out there right now. It says wait for us, or show your roots, I think is another one. And, just telling people like, hey, like it's going to be okay. We will get around to doing your color. We will be reopening, but please do not take this into your own hands and make sure you're waiting on us. There's no one that does it better. We all firmly believe that. So just making suggestions to them, like here's some cute ways to dress up or cover up your roots. The other one is root TouchUp Sprays. So not a lot of people know what these are or what they do or how they work. This is an opportunity for you to share with your clients, like, here's how you use these, here's what they do, here's the benefits. Whether you carry these products in your salon or you've got a couple drugstore solutions you could recommend, there's no wrong way to be helpful. At the end of the day, like if you can share some of these tips, this will keep people from resorting to box colors. This will keep people happy. Now is a really important time to keep people's spirits uplifted, make them feel really good about themselves. And this is a way you can do that. So a lot of us take for granted that we know about these things, or that, we can throw color on ourselves in our bathroom because we were professionally trained, but that's not always the case. So just being able to share these types of solutions with your guests is a really big help, and pointing them in the right direction. So the other one is professional color kits. Now, this is something that's very controversial. Sorry. Check with your state's rules. If you do decide to start something like this, there are going to be salons that offer this. There are going to be salons that refuse to do this. It's a decision you have to make for yourself. There are companies like DP Hue and Madison Reed that will mail a color option to your clients. A lot of people feel like that's taking away from the value that you offer in the salon. And unfortunately, it's almost like if you don't offer it, you fear that they're going to go off and, do it themselves. So another thing I've seen is people offering consultations where like they'll consult you on which one to buy if you are going to resort to a Madison Reed or a DPU, and really just trying to make sure that no matter what, it's not a drugstore box color. So if it has to be something, here's what you can use. The other thing I've seen is people or salons making up survival, like at-home kits, and making sure people realize like this is a temporary solution. We will not continue to offer this. This is, your custom formula will be created. It won't be shared with you. I've heard some really fun stories about. They're not fun. We'll all look back hopefully one day and smile about it, but I have heard some very interesting stories about people bribing their stylist for their color formula, for people who have, tried to bribe people to come to their houses. And people are desperate. They want things. So if you can come up with a solution, like there's some salons that do a custom formula, a developer, a barrier cream, gloves, tint brush, and some samples. And, they just place it, or they do like a video consultation. They drop them off at their porch, or they have them available for curbside pickup. So, something to consider, but again, not for everybody. And if you don't plan to offer this and you do see an uptick in people asking for it, make sure you have a really nice professional response to give out. I think that, making people understand, like, maybe in your state, it's not something that you can offer, or, whatever it might be. But, make sure that they realize, or like maybe it's not an essential service and you don't want to get in trouble. So, just being careful and making sure you share some reasoning with them, so they understand too. Okay. So next is product solutions. So your guests are still washing their hair. Your guests are still using hairspray. They're using gels, pomades, etc. Face lotions, toners, nail polish, whatever it might be, they still need these things. So you should be offering, or if you would like, to have them email or call in orders that can be curbside pickup or local drop off for a small fee, or even free local delivery up to like 10 miles. Don't forget to share the hours of operation. Likely, if you're doing something like this, it'll only be for a few hours a day, or there will be specific delivery times. Make sure that you include that with your messaging in your email, of when they can go to do that, or call in for it. If you're looking for examples on how to do this, any restaurants offering curbside service, kind of model it after what they're doing. They will tell you, okay, we're available to place your carryout order between 12 and 5, and then you can come pick that up anytime between 5 and 7, or we'll assign you a time, or hey, we'll be delivering during these hours. So, maybe check out what some local restaurants are doing and mimic something like that. Online ordering with your supplier. So there are a few suppliers that are offering to credit the salon for selling the products and then shipping them out. So get with your product rep or your suppliers, see what they have to offer. I know Aveda is doing this, R&Co is doing it, and forgive me, I think it's Devines. I don't know how to say it. I do love their products. I have never been able to say it right. I know I'm not alone because I tried to find out how to pronounce this before this, and everyone had a different response. So it's up there on the screen if you know how to say that. They are working with their salons to be that supplier, and they ship the products out. They give you a credit for it. So if you're with any of those companies, or if you know of any other ones, that's a great solution too. And then also you could create an online store. So this is something we can actually work with you on here at STX. So if you're interested in creating an online store, it's a pretty quick setup. You'd give a call to STX Sales at 1-800-766-4778, option 1. To add this feature to your account, you'll want to ask for Danica or Raul. They're both really familiar with this. I can tell you that they both have a lot of meetings today, and they will be in touch with you. So that is an option. And selling gifts. So online gifts. So you can sell gifts online. Both our STX Desktop and STX Cloud platforms do offer this feature. It is only available within the US, but yeah, they purchase a gift certificate online. It sends them an email with the gift certificate details, and they're purchased that way. So really simple. We do have an express turnaround on online accounts through STX Payments. So if you're interested in this, give a call to STX Support. They'll help you out. But this is definitely available within our software. Another one is consider a promotion that for every $100 gift card you purchase to your business, that you'll be donating a $25 gift card to a local COVID nurse or doctor, or maybe a frontline worker, or a fireman or a police officer, whoever it's going to be. Maybe it's truck drivers, or maybe you've just got like a whole like slew of people that you can donate to, and it'll be just, a really nice pay it forward solution. Get creative with this, put your own twist on it. But I did see this idea, and there's no wrong way to do it, but definitely a great idea here. And then gift purchase. If you plan to offer phone or email curbside product orders, consider also offering gifts sold this way, and let the purchaser know when those will be available. Or another thing I've seen is if people want to call in and purchase their gift certificates over the phone to help your business out, that you could leave the gift there until business resumes. And that's another way to do it as well. Okay, so thinking outside the box. Okay, so here's just some ideas that are thinking outside the box. One of them is our partners in technology, Tipi. So Tipi has designed something called TipItForward, where your clients can show their appreciation. So Tipi is offering a free TipItForward website, and it's a new product built to help salons during this difficult time. Your clients can safely send money to a stylist bank account with an encouraging message. If you want more information on this, go to www.meettipi.com. Like I said, it's free to sign up. It's really, really a cool concept that they came up with. It's definitely a great idea. And regarding the taxes on it, this is just a special note for that. During this time, while salons are closed, donations made through TipItForward are considered to be personal gifts, and they're not taxed as individual income. But then again, every state is different, and tax professionals do know best. So that's a good thing to throw out there, just that's the general idea behind it. But make sure if you are planning to do this and you have questions, consult your tax professional on that. But this is a really great tool. It allows clients to tip people and show their support for your stylist or your business in advance. And it's just a great solution. Another thing we've seen, my friends over at Craft Salon, they did a raffle. So if you, like hypothetically, for every gift you purchased or every product you purchase, or tip it forward, or any other way that you can be involved in their business at time, maybe every time you share a social media post, you'd be entered into a raffle to win services or product. So they're kind of having fun with it, trying to encourage people to get engaged with their business at this time, and then in turn giving back. So that's a really great solution as well. And then last but not least, this isn't last, there's a few more of these, education and future planning. I can't tell you enough how much I talk to people and they say, oh, we're only using 25% of our software. Maybe they're not managing inventory through their software, or maybe they would love to send out more holiday emails, but they don't have the time to sit down and craft them or navigate it. So think of all the things that you would love to do for your business that you could do in advance. Like maybe it's learning about managing inventory, or designing those emails so that when back to school comes up, you've already got your back to school emails. So really using this downtime for good for the future. You can also, use this time to learn a new skill or do research on a new product line, or, just really maximizing on this. I can tell you the STX software.com. We have a ton of really great resources on videos learning to use your software, whether it's for the email marketing or the inventory or booking or online booking. So if there's something you're not currently doing in your business, definitely exploring that, and making that a priority during this time. Okay. So the next chapter of this is talking about reopening and planning for your reopening. So now is the perfect time to make a plan for your return and kind of envision what that's going to look like. So this is new territory for everyone. So we're all just in this together. I do follow a lot of like salon consulting groups and what they're advising and what to start considering and what to think about. Our president here at STX, he wrote a blog on reopening for Salon Today. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be a really nice article going out soon. if it didn't already get released today. So just keep in mind, this is new territory for everyone. But the more you can plan and be prepared and like think about reopening and processing what that looks like, it's going to take some extra careful thought and, planning and making sure everyone's on board with what the new terms are, having meetings. So reopening operations, think about what reopening looks like for you. Are your worker schedules the same? Do you need to offer extended hours? Do you need to add time to your existing services for extra sanitation and extra cleaning processes? Do you want to invest in more combs, brushes, and capes? Communicating any new processes to your guests? Maybe having, and making sure guests are aware, like if you're going to have a new process in place, then when you reopen, I'm not official enough to know what the plan is, but there has been some rumor that if salons are reopening, let's say early, mid-May, end of May, whenever that might be, that they're saying, yeah, you'll be able to reopen, but your workers will be required to wear a face mask, or your chairs still need to be 6 feet apart, or the capacity that you can take clients in will be reduced. So, every state's going to be different. Every area is going to be different. Make sure that whatever that is that you're prepared for, exactly how we're set up now, how would that look like if your business was open? So hand sanitizer stations, practicing doing services with masks and gloves on. This is a great time that if you're not used to wearing gloves and masks doing a haircut, practice those things so that day one that you're acclimated to that. Will you be offering alternative cut and color options for those who are more at risk? So like right now, the people who are more at risk, they get to go to the grocery store first and on certain days. So will you be offering specific like early morning appointment times for those who are more at risk, and trying to make sure that they get in, or even just communicating to your general client list, hey, if this is something we need to consider for you, please let our front desk know, and we'll have, the first spot of the day opened up for you before everyone else gets in there, after we've sanitized overnight and things have sat. So, just communicating that with your guests. So also consider adding added sanitation and safety measures. Salons are already, hopefully, very clean. We're regulated all by the states, and we have, our barbicide and our processes and cleaning processes and laundry, and there's all sorts of different things. But there are going to, perhaps need to be added considerations to take it to a next level. So maybe coming up with cleaning checklists, things you wouldn't normally think to clean more often, new sanitation procedures, maybe, planning now, ordering your cleaning equipment that you'll need, communicating your new processes to the guests, having, like we mentioned, hand sanitizer stations, front desk protections, like maybe you're going to request that your front desk people wear masks and gloves. Maybe you're going to be cashless. That's been another thing that came up, is cashless operations, and added processes to wipe down card processing machines, doorknobs, etc. So just, taking this time to sit there and think, okay, if we were to reopen, what needs to be cleaned more often? What are things that, maybe you don't go around sanitizing your doorknobs at night, and now this will be a new environment to return to. Something to consider. Prioritizing booking. So the thing is you've got clients that have been more inconvenienced because their appointments have been canceled for the last however many weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever you had to close. So maybe starting with the first canceled appointment and going through and contacting those, and just going down the list, reaching out, calling those people. You can also use email marketing to do a search, a filter for those who had appointments canceled or booked during that time, and just emailing them and letting them know, hey, we are reopening our doors. We're offering you early access to book an appointment since you will have been the most inconvenienced. I wouldn't move any existing appointments that are there. That's been a universal recommendation from everything I've seen, is keep your existing appointments, anyone who did pre-book, and then make sure you call those people, or maybe email them with your online booking link and let them know like they're getting early access to your online booking link. So taking care of business. This is just a funny meme I found the other day on the left. So if you thought toilet paper was crazy, just wait until 300 million people all want a haircut appointment. It's so true. It's going to be an interesting time to navigate once the doors reopen. So opening, after you get your guests prioritized, consider opening online booking back up, extending business hours, be aware social distancing may still be in place, have a plan, communicate your opening to clients using your email and your social media, and share your plans for any additional sanitation in those emails and social media posts. And last but not least, from our business to yours, we want you to stay healthy, stay strong, stay focused, stay positive. We're all in this together. You've got this. We hope you enjoyed this session today. I did record it. We will be sending it out, and you'll have an opportunity to share it with your team or, revisit any of the suggestions. Just make sure you continue to email your guests, communicate with your guests, do fun things on social media, keep a positive mind. So that is our session for today. I can open it up. I will do my best to answer questions within the subjects of this presentation. Okay. So Wendy brought up something about if a client wants to gift you money, make sure they write gift. For anyone who applied for unemployment, that could be a problem. But yeah, if you do the Tippy thing, that's actually ideal because that's really what that Tippy thing does, is it says that this is a gift during that time. Okay. So I'll just be going through some of the questions that I've received, but if you want to pop up a question in there, feel free to ask. If you don't want to stick around for the questions, then that's cool too. We can just be done for today. I am going to go ahead and stop this